All right. Let's see if you can hear me now. Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me. Let me know because I think. Okay, there we go. Everything is good. Okay. So we're doing a website review. I asked you ladies a couple weeks back if you would be interested in jumping on with me while I review your website. And so a couple of women did sign up to get their websites reviewed, and she hasn't made it yet. I'm not sure she's able to make it, but I did provide some critiques, some feedback for her. Her name is Tomesha Walker. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If you see this on the replay and it's incorrect, I totally apologize. Okay. But Tomesha is a doula. Okay. And Tomesha has a couple of websites that she wanted some feedback on. And so I went through and I'm going to not only share this feedback for her, but I'm going to share it with you guys too, so you can use it to improve your websites. Okay. So by the way, if you want to participate in a live website review, definitely just drop me a comment below. You can post in the group, you can message me. But this is great content because a lot of you guys have some of the same businesses. So you can see what improvements or suggestions I make or I suggest for your business, and it can help other people, right? And at the same time, it can also help you, okay? If you know your website needs a revamp. So, Tomesha's first website is called birthingdestiny.com, okay? So if you can see, the first thing you see when you go to birthingdestiny.com is you see this nice, beautiful banner here with these pictures. It is a slider, so it does change. Let me refresh the page because she has some really nice pictures on here, you guys. Okay. And this is actually one thing that I love about her website, is these pictures. So because she's a doula, she should have pictures related to pregnancy, related to, childbirth, parents, right? And so she has pictures that, if I was visiting her website, I would immediately make the connection that, hey, this woman, does something around pregnancy and childbirth, right? And then she has these, she has birth photography. She has, these words on the slides that also kind of give more clarity, newborn care support. So she provides that clarity, which is really good. The very first thing people should be able to understand when they come to your website is, what do you do? Okay. So if the main part, the header part of your website doesn't clearly display that, you should definitely, try to rework that. Okay. So I love this about her website. Going down, she has a brief description of what her company is about. It's called Birthing Destiny. And she says that we provide pregnancy, labor, and delivery doula support in hospital birth centers and home births supported by a midwife. Okay. She says our doulas are certified in birth support, childhood education, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So she quickly tells you what it's all about. She gives you a very quick synopsis. It's not like long paragraphs there, right? I've seen websites that do have long paragraphs on the homepage, and I'm going to tell you guys, nobody reads that. You have to make it quick. You have to make it straight to the point. Okay. So, the improvements that I would like to see for her homepage, definitely, I want to see her expand a lot on her homepage. Okay. About what she does. Okay. And not really more so words, but more so pictures with call to actions that clue people into the different services that she has. Okay. So she actually has on this page over here and I'm going to jump ahead a second, but on her plans and pricing page, she has, the book online page. she has kind of a listing of all the services that she has, which is like free birth coaching, free lactation consulting, doula services, doula photography services. So I would take those services and I would, put them on the homepage, right? I would give people a link to click to find out more about that service. And I would actually have a service page for each one of those services, if that makes sense. Okay. So your homepage, you guys, is really, not only should it have pictures of your ideal customer on there, but it should really entice your visitor to want to learn more. So take the time, like your homepage is precious territory. Okay. So on your homepage, if you're a service-based business, highlight some of the services that you have. Okay. It makes it easier for people to quickly understand what you do, and it makes it easier for people to navigate, right? If I'm coming here and you're a doula and I'm looking for, birthing photography or doula services, put those things on your homepage with a click or a button link to give that person more information. This is what encourages people to go from the homepage to other pages on your website. But if your homepage is not good enough, you'll get a lot of people that will just stop at your homepage. Okay. So for her, I would suggest that she put, different call to actions and different links to service pages on here, so that people can say, okay, she does, birthing photography. She has doula services. She does this class. She does that class. Make that very clear on your homepage. Okay. So that would definitely be, a little bit more about what I would do with the homepage. And then the very last piece, if I were her, I would definitely have a pop-up. Okay. So she has this subscribe for Birthing Destiny updates, but that's not enticing enough, right? You have to give people a little bit to get in return. So if you want their email, you need to be giving them something back, right? So she's a doula. She can say, hey, I will give you our birthing guide, right? Or a free birthing guide to, a home birth or a doula birth or whatever, to educate people, right? To get them connected with your brand, to help them understand more of what's involved in what you do and the process in general. So always remember to give value when it comes to your email list building. Okay. So those are my suggestions for her homepage. As far as this next page, which is called Birthing Destiny. And if she was on here, I was going to ask her, what did she want to achieve with this page? It has a lot of nice graphics. This is actually a video that explains what a doula is and what the doula does, the role of a doula, essentially. So then she has some graphics down here. And so my main thing for this page is, I think that this Birthing Destiny page should really kind of function as an About Us page. Okay. And personally, I would like for her to include more information about the brand. Tell people, the motivation behind Birthing Destiny. I will also share more pictures of herself, right? She's the doula that's working with these different families. So I would definitely encourage her to put her picture on there. A doula is a very personal, service, and you're connecting with that family. So I would definitely encourage you to, highlight yourself so that people can start to get connected with you. Okay. You also need to talk about your experience, right? If I'm hiring you for a doula, I need to be able to quickly understand that you have my best interest in mind. And I don't see, much content on this page. Okay. And finally, she has a gallery right here, which of course has some amazing images, some very relevant images, but I will give a little context. So tell people what they're looking at, right? I understand that, we're looking at parents and babies and things like that, and a woman having birth or giving birth. But, you could say something as simple as check out our gallery, or, here's some of our stories or something like that to just give some context to what people are looking at. Okay. So that is my suggestion for this page. I would definitely transform this into an About Us page. Okay. The Contact Us page is pretty simple. You can't really get that one wrong. The Contact Us page, I like it. It has a form on there for people to contact her. I would add your social media links though, right? So that Facebook, that IG, I would add those, as well as, just your direct email. Sometimes people don't want to fill out a form and wait for you to get back to them. Sometimes they just want to directly email you. So if you do have, a business number, put that on there too, along with your direct email, your social media links, so people can check you out. Okay. Then the Book Online tab. This is a page where she has her services. And as I told you guys, she's a doula. So she has a free birth coaching, free lactation consulting, doula services, doula photography services. Okay. If I were her, I would get rid of this whole page. And this is just my opinion, but I would get rid of this entire page because I feel like the people that are going to use her services as a doula would not be directly booking from her website. Because a doula is so personal, it will most likely come after they have a conversation with her. So I don't see this page as necessary, right? A place where people can book. I think this can be something that can be on your back end, and you can, send people to it once they've made the decision to work with you as their doula. Okay. Instead, like I said before, I would take these services and I would turn each of them into service pages. So I would have a page on my website about birth coaching. I would have a page on my website about lactation consulting. I would have a page on my website about doula services, which I'll touch on that on the plans and pricing pages. I would have a page on my website about the doula photography services. So all the things you do, to me, there should be a separate page for each service. And at the end of that page, I will call them to action to set up a consultation call with you so that they can really figure out if, they connect with you, if, you could actually be their doula, right? So that's what I would do with the Book Online page. I would get rid of it completely. Also, the plans and pricing page. So this is a page where it looks like she has, all of her doula packages on there, and which is good. I love when people can be transparent about what they, what they do and what their pricing is. I think people do respect that. I definitely do. The only thing that confuses me about this page is I think it needs more context. So this seems to be her overall doula packages. So if these are her overall doula packages, I think she should make this entire page about being a doula, right? So maybe that seems repetitive to you guys, but to me, it doesn't. This should be her doula page, right? So on this page, she can move that video that was on the Birthing Destiny page, right, to learn more about doulas and what they do. I will move that video to this page, and then I will also talk about different things, that you do within these packages, right? So I will have a section on here about labor and delivery support and give some context into what that is, right? I would have a section on here about first through third trimester pregnancy support. If you want to, go above and beyond and separate the first, second, and third trimesters, I would give a breakdown on each trimester and what things you will support, these women through for the different trimesters. I would talk about postpartum support, how you're going to support them through that. And you have prostate support with lactation. And I would, talk more about that and tell people more about what that means for you. So really, to me, this page could go in depth and tell them, what this service will look like for them. Okay. using the terms that you already have here. I would throw a picture to the left or the right, and I would use, the parts of the packages you already have as your title, and then put, a short description under there just to give people more context into what it is, right? So that's what I would do with this page, and then I would move this pricing to the very bottom, because you want people to be informed before they know the prices, and you want them to understand how you can help as well. Okay. So the very last page on this website is her birth stories page. And when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is amazing, right? Because as a doula, right, that's what you do. You help people, go through childbirth and produce, amazing little cute babies. And so if I was someone who was interested in a doula, I would love to see content like this, right? What were other people's experiences with you? But when I click on it takes me to a password protected page. Okay. So that's okay, right? But I would definitely suggest that if this is if it's going to be a password protected page, Tomesha, I would not make this public, right? So if this is a link that's specifically just for your clients that have paid you, it almost seems like a tease for it to be public, because the people, on the outside don't really understand that. They see birth stories and they're like, oh, cool, I want to read, someone's birth stories that worked with her. So if this is going to be private, then keep it private. Okay. Take it off of your menu link or hide it. I think you have Wix. It looks like you have Wix. Hide it from your menu and just send people your link. Send your clients the link so that they can log into their birth story and see it. Okay. On the other hand, if you want this to be public, I would suggest taking off the password, right? And maybe you don't want all of them to be public, but I think it would be great for you to have a couple of stories that people can read through and relate to and say, hey, I really want to have a birth like that. Right? That's the entire point of your website, is for people to view you as an authority and feel like, hey, this is how, this is the result that I want. Okay. And then finally, she has this nice little chat box down here. And right now it just says, hi, welcome to Birthing Destiny. Let me know if you need anything. This is nice, but I don't know how many people are using your chat box. If nobody is using your chat box, I would definitely suggest maybe transforming that chat box into a link for a Facebook group. Okay. So 9 times out of 10, the people that come to your website, are not going to convert on their first visit. 10 times out of 10, most of the time. So you really need a way to generate leads from your website. And if you can link them to a Facebook group, you can get them, in there. You can educate them. You can connect with them, right? It's really a way to build community. So I would use this chat box as a link to a Facebook group. And I've done that with a client before. Okay. So that is my feedback for her Birthing Destiny website. Okay. Overall, I do like the look and the feel of it. I definitely feel like a sense of, peace and gentle. Like, I love her colors and I really love the pictures. And she definitely knows her ideal customer. Okay. So those things are very clear. There's just a few things that I would restructure to make her website more effective. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about anything I said, even if you're not Tomesha, I would definitely encourage you to just drop it in the comments below. Okay. And again, if you want your website reviewed, then comment below and I'll drop you the link so we can schedule a session. Okay. So that is her birthing website, the first one. And the second one is TomeshaWalker.com. And so when I type in TomeshaWalker.com, this is what I get. And I did have a couple questions for her in terms of this. Number one, I wanted to know what kind of website this was. I couldn't peg it like I pegged the other one. I knew the other one was Wix just because of the chat box. And I couldn't put my finger on what kind of website this one was. And I'm not sure if it's a website or a landing page, and you guys will see why. And then also, I wanted to know what the goal of this website is. Okay. So let me go through. You see when you land here, it says Tomesha Walker, doula, international speaker, best-selling author, educator. And she says, I'm the baby birthing godmom and doula, delivering the birth of your dreams with peace and power. Crushing fears and slapping myths. No wand needed. Fairy dust is optional and unicorns are welcome. So I love that. I mean, that's cute, right? It really shows personality. But this is not as powerful as what is on the Birthing Destiny page, just because there's not, too many pictures relating to what she is promoting. And then also, as you go down a little bit, you see that she offers a little bit more. So she has to discover your doula, call to action right here. And she says, schedule your next speaker. And then she's talking about attending a workshop. So if I was someone that came to your website, initially from up here, I would be thinking, okay, she's a doula, right? She's a baby birthing godmom. But when I come down here, we start talking about other things like being a speaker, more about the doula and a workshop, right? So, this is a little confusing, to be honest. And, then we're going down. So my question for you, Tomesha, would be, what do you want this TomeshaWalker.com to achieve? If you want this to be a brand website, and you are the brand, I would definitely suggest making this page more about you. I would have pictures of yourself on there, highlighting your experience in the different arenas, and basically saying, this is how I can help. I have multiple ways in which I can help you. Okay. Down here where you have this Discover Your Doula link, right now when I click it, it links to it's a clarity.fm page, which I'm guessing is like maybe reviews. I haven't heard of Clarity FM before, but when you jump on here, you can let me know. But I would think that if this was a branded page, right, this was about Tomesha Walker, then you can tell people, hey, I'm a doula, and make this start here link to your Birthing Destiny website instead of something else, right? If you send me both websites as a client and I click and it goes to different places, that's going to confuse the heck out of me. So which do I use, right? So make it very clear you've done a good job on the Birthing Destiny website. So always direct people back to there when it comes to the doula. Okay. So, you have the start here. And then also when it comes to the speaker, scheduling your next speaker, attending a workshop, you definitely want to give some more context, to help people understand, what are you speaking about? Is it doula related? Is it related to motherhood? Is it related to, giving birth, right? Also, more context about your workshops, right? Again, is it doula related? Is it birth related? And if the answer is yes, I would definitely look at combining both of these websites, right? Taking some of what you're offering over here and just putting it on your Birthing Destiny website so that you don't have to continue to, give out both websites. Okay. So if everything is centered around you being a doula, then I would definitely Put everything on that Birthing Destiny website. Okay. And my last piece of feedback before I get off of here, when I click this menu up here, that says work with me. There's one that says store and then our blog and contact. I want to click those and I want you guys to see what comes up. So when I click work with me, this is what I see. And so it takes me to a Set More page. If you guys don't know what Set More is like an appointment scheduling tool where people can, purchase your services. And my feedback on this remains the same. I think people, and again, maybe you're using this for an initial consultation. Then, I would, maybe make that clear. Okay. But I feel like the people that come to you, maybe they may know what they need. Maybe they don't know what they need. So you could funnel all that into a discovery call, or consultation call to say, hey, let me, let's talk to really learn more about your birthing needs. Do you need lactation? Do you need doula services? Do you need childbirth education? Maybe they need all of them, right? So we don't want to pigeonhole them into one, just my opinion. And then again, just be consistent with your scheduling links. Because again, I feel like there were a couple other places where people could schedule with you, right? So that's what happens when we click work with me. Here's what happens when we click store. So when we click store, it takes us to Facebook. And your Facebook page, this is your Facebook business page, which is hyper relevant. Okay. It's related to you being a doula, which is great. But I don't make the connection. I don't understand why it says store, why it's taking me to your Facebook page. I wish you were on here so that you give me some feedback on why that is, but I would definitely work on providing some clarity, maybe renaming that menu item to not be store, or naming it something, that it really is. Check me out on social media, whatever. Follow me on Facebook, what have you. I hope that helps. It's really hard to give feedback, when we can't have that one-to-one conversation. And then here's what happens when we click our blog. Okay, so when we click our blog, this is what you see: current, relevant, personal, powerful. And then she said, I love this, inbox me. I don't really understand what that is about. Maybe this is you kind of introducing the blog. I would probably just straight up say, this is my, baby godmom birthing blog, or whatever you want to say. The more straightforward, the better. When people have to think, they tend not to. And so when people are confused, they leave, right? So make it very clear for someone who is, reading your blog. So then she has the Mama and Baby blogging at its best. And so I see that she has a blog right here. Okay. So you see that content. I know blogging is not everybody's thing. It's not my thing yet. So I don't, I don't blame you. But I definitely think if you are going to have it linked to your menu, I would certainly have at least 3 to 5 blogs, right? People might like your content, and then if they just see your content, just one blog, they might be a little discouraged. So again, you can either change that to something else or add some more blog posts. Okay. And then last but not least is her contact page. So it says contact us. Fill out your details to contact our office, which is, pretty normal. It's what everybody has. So again, if you do keep this page, okay, you have your social media links at the bottom. All right. But to be honest, Tomesha, I loved your first website. I didn't really see the difference between your first and your second website because the second website was talking a lot about being a doula as well. If it serves the same purpose, I will get rid of the second website because the first one is way more clear, provides a ton more clarity, and helps people really understand what you do quickly. The second website, I had to think a little bit more and kind of go over the links a little bit more, right? So send your potential people to the Birthing Destiny website and, just take into consideration some of the changes that I suggested. Okay. So that's it for this website review. I had to do two, so I went a little past the time. But again, if you guys want me to review your website, definitely drop it below. Okay. Or let me know below and I'll drop you the link so that you can schedule with me. Okay. And I'll do it live in the group, just like I did this one. You guys see, I wasn't too harsh. I was very nice. I just gave very straightforward and constructive feedback. Okay. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we're talking about menus and why your menu is a conversion killer for your website. So if you're looking forward to that, I do have an event in the group. You'll find it somewhere in the timeline, but click get reminder to be notified. Okay. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. I will see you next time. And don't forget to drop me any comments below or let me know below if you want your website reviewed live in the group. Bye.